volume. Today's Tuesday. Your homework is going to be evens all evens, 2, 4, 6, front and back. There's one problem that I'm sure you will be okay with. So, here's a problem on your homework. It says, write an equivalent expression to. So what is equal to this? Basically, what's another way of writing this? This is a distributive property. What number are we going to distribute? 2. The -2. So multiply everything by -2. So that's what all this fancy stuff is just, hey, use the distributive property. Here's another distributive property that's also on your homework, a half. So I'm going to distribute a half. I did go over this with you. So what's half of 4x?
2x.
And what's half of 6y?
3y.
Okay. They try to confuse you with the half. It's just take half of this. If you have $4, give me half. If you have $6, give me half. That's it. And then this one, they try to trick you with fancy words of equivalent, which just means equal. Expression means just a math problem. Okay? All right, cool. That's the homework. All right. So we did volume of a rectangular prism, volume of a triangular prism, and now we're going to do volume of a cylinder, on page 6. What is a cylinder? Basically anything round, right? So most famous cylinder is like a water bottle, right? So a volume is how much water fits in here. Okay, someone designed this bottle to hold exactly 16.9 ounces of water with a little bit of gap here, right? And your water bottles hold more or less than mine. All right. So, does anybody know how I find the volume of a cylinder? Volume of a cylinder. Okay, let me help you out. The volume of a triangular prism was the area of the triangle, because it's a triangular prism. It was the area of the triangle times the height of the prism. That was triangular prism. The area of the triangle times how tall is my cylinder, or my prism. What do you think is the process, the formula for the volume of a cylinder?
Area times the length. Something to do with area or circumference.
Yeah, so area of what?
The circle.
Radius, square, times height.
Okay. We're all like, if I put all together, you're all right. So,
We're all in the same area.
yeah, we're all in the same area. Okay. Area of what? What shape are we dealing with?
Circle.
A circle, right? So it's like, what shape am I doing? Oh, I'm doing a triangle. Cool. How do I find the area of a triangle? All right. What area am I talking about? What shape is it at the bottom? It's a circle. So hence your do now. How do I find the area of a circle? So what's the area of a circle? How do I find the area of a circle?
Apple pies are squared.
Apple pies are squared. Very good. So, area of a circle is pi r squared. So you've learned that. You used it on your do now. Now, how do I make the area of a circle transformed into volume? What's the next step I have to do? Times your height. Very good. Times your big height. How tall is this cylinder? So here's another cylinder that I have, my MIT mug. So how much stuff fits in this mug? How much coffee fits in this mug? How much randomness fits in here? I don't think it tells me. Oh yeah, 19 ounces. All right. So, again, volume is taking your area of whatever shape it is and multiplying by your height. So, number 1. Is 4 a radius or a diameter? Radius. So, they gave us the number that we need. Okay, so the volume is pi r squared times your height. What is pi? 3.14 times. What's your radius? 4 squared times what's your height? 6. Now, can I multiply this in any order right now? No. No, I do not. What's the first thing I have to do? The exponent, the 4 squared. Now, can I multiply in any order? Yeah. Now I can do any order. Let's do 16 times 6, and then we can use a calculator. 16 times 6. 6, 3, 6, 96. All right, 96 times 3.14. They might give you a calculator. They probably will give you a calculator on this. Hey Siri, what is 3.14 times 96? $301.44. What are my units?
Centimeters.
Cubed. Very good. So for volume, we're going to use always the cube. So cylinder is the hardest one. It's the longest one. It involves pi because you have a circle. Okay? All right, let's try example number 2. Is 10 a radius or a diameter? Radius. And that's what we need. We need the radius. So volume is equal to pi r squared times your height. So what is pi?
3.14.
What's the radius?
10
10 squared. And what's your height?
30.
30. What's the first thing I have to do?
Uh,
The exponents, right? So what's 10 squared? 100 times 30 times 3.14. I would do this first. What's 100 times 30?
314. Oh.
3,000. 3,000. All right. We're a lot closer. So hear your answers. Times 3.14. I'll let Siri help us. Hey Siri, what's 3.14 times 3,000?
3.14 times 3,000 is 9,420.
9,000
Okay, 2 questions. Why did it take her so long? And why did she say it out loud this time and not the first time? Questions will never get answered.
I think it has to do with a soda.
Hey Siri, why did it? I don't want her. She has to be on my. I have to be. Okay, I want to get mad at Siri. Okay, volume is 9,420, and then what are my units?
Centimeters cubed.
Centimeters cubed. All right, are we okay? So there's 3 types of volume in 7th grade. The first volume is rectangular prism, which is the easiest one. Length times width times height. The next one, which I think you learned in 6th grade, base times side divided by 2 times your big height. And then the hardest one is pi r squared times your height. Do you think not Caleb, do you think Saul is going to be watching this and learning this? It's going to be
I'll text him.
yeah.
I think he's watching us right now.
All right. Let's see. Okay, cool. Let's do 1 through 5 with a calculator on the last part, like what we just did, right? We did the square on our own. We just used a calculator for the pi. Is that agreed on? Just use the calculator for pi. Do you still have to show work? Yes. So I still want you to tell me. So number 1, volume equals. All right, pi r squared times your height. Pi is 3.14 times, what's my radius? 10 squared times 15. So you're going to tell me, hey, this is all the stuff I got to multiply, Miss O'Malley. Fantastic. Then you're going to tell me that. And then you're going to tell me. And then right here, that's when. Right here, this is when you can use a calculator. At this point, you should be able to use either mental math for 10 squared and 100 times 15. And at this point is where you use a calculator. If you want to. Which, yeah, as long as I can see your phone. It's not like, I'm using my calculator.
Oh, can you write our phone?
You can use your phone as a calculator. Oh, you're right. And use 3.14, don't use the pi symbol because your answers will be a little off.
How does that work?
Oh,